That was a great lead-in. That was a great lead-in. Pondering on what it is to be a citizen. First off, let me thank Osberg for coordinating this event tonight, and for all of you for being here and taking part as a citizen in our democracy. And my colleague Bates got here too. He's somewhere around here. Senator Bates is here. Thanks for being here, Bates. We'll make you answer some questions, and if you know your voice left, you can do the interpretive dance. I'll try to find what that is. Let me talk just a couple minutes about citizenship, about where we are with the Citizens United decision, about steps that need to be taken. I'm going to start off by personalizing a little bit. I talk a lot about my dad when I do speeches, very obviously influential man in my life, but he also, to me, tells the story of America. He was the youngest skipper in the Pacific during World War II. 21 years old, commanding a troop transport ship in the Pacific, comes out to San Francisco as an orphan kid. He's a boxer, got a boxing scholarship to college, and ends up in the military with his generation. And they're in the military in World War II. And our country goes through this experience in World War II that unites our country because it had to be united. We had to be united to win, to survive. And his generation was a generation that did that. And he comes out of World War II and he stays in the Naval Reserve, but he gets a job with a company called United Technologies. Eventually, he does several things with industrial security, and the job that he gets is a decent-paying middle-class job with decent health care and decent retirement. And the commitment his company makes to him is basically, you're going to give us your expertise, your skills, your passion, your work, and we're going to make sure that you are decently compensated, you can raise your family, your kids will get an education, you'll have health care, and you'll have a decent retirement. So at that point, that was a choice that was made by our country. I keep going back to this over and over again, this idea of choice that we make. Policies, choices lead to laws being made, lead to court decisions determining whether those laws are valid or not, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But our country had made the decision overall that that's how we were going to operate. We were coming out of World War II united. We were going to build our communities. We're going to build the middle class. We're going to take care of our own people. And we're going to open up the possibilities for progress for every family in America. Civil rights movement took that and ran with it, obviously. So my dad was part of that generation as he worked through for 36 years with one company. When he got to his late 50s, interesting things started to happen. This was in the early 1970s. He gets into his late 50s, and his company starts laying off his older colleagues. The guy gets 62 years old, he gets laid off for weird reasons. Another guy is 63, and he gets pushed out of the way. And my dad finally figures out, oh my God, the company is actually getting rid of its older workers so they will not have to pay the benefits, the health care benefits, and the pension that they promised these older workers. And he starts to see this happening in other companies around in the industry that he works in.